Yeah.
We are on record,
Now the
sir.
recording. Yes, yes. Now the recording has started. Good evening. Welcome you all to this review program of Swastraksha program 3. So we are on our fifth day. It's a wonderful experience to be with you people and to share your experiences. It's been a wonderful journey, and we have all our doctors here. Dr. Sushila, she has also switched on her camera. Dr. Tarsidas is there. Dr. Rajani, Dr. Kavita, and our manager Kartika, and others. I can see Ramani also, and so a few instructions. You can just keep your mic off for a moment, and once you want to speak, you can just switch it on. That is the only instruction I want to give. You can keep your videos on if you want to. I can see you people. So, and let us start with today. So as you can see, we have a number of health tasks, and participants of the first and second Swastraksha program, when we have given them the health tracker, they said, oh, there are so many tasks. How can we fit them into our daily schedule? We have so many other works to do. What to do? So we assured them that though they appear so many tasks, they are already a part of our life. Already we are breathing, already we are eating, already we are sleeping. Only thing is we have to do them in the right way. And some things like we are not doing some yoga or meditation, we can add them. Some things where we are not putting more emphasis on awareness, we have to be more aware of whatever we are doing. That is the only thing we have to do. That is what we assured them. And after practicing this, they were so happy. They gave wonderful feedback that just by changing and just by tracking every day, just by ticking the tasks, they are able to see like exceptional results in their life. So let us see what we have to do to get those results in our program also. As we all know, the most important thing is, our self should observe our body, and we all know that self and body are different, two different entities. They have separate functions. Their needs are different, and they have to coexist. And self should dictate body. Body should not dictate self, and also self should dictate with right understanding and right knowledge, so that it ultimately leads to right living. If the self is full of so many preconditions and self is not able to guide the body properly, obviously health will be disturbed. Self, is a unit of consciousness. It is central to human existence, and self uses the body like a tool or instrument. While the body is gross, the self is more subtle than the body. Subtle impacts the gross far more than the other way around. As an example, you can say, when an unaware self which is not having proper knowledge, the self is angry. you know it can disrupt the normal heartbeat, breathing pattern of the body. It can affect the body's functions. In the same way, a self is aware. It will be able to control the gross body in such a way that just by altering the heartbeat, just by altering the breath pattern, you can alter the heartbeat. Just by altering the breath pattern, you can reduce the stress, reduce the strain. All these things can happen when the self is aware and self is having proper knowledge. While the body's response is recognition and fulfillment. It's like whatever you put it in the body, it will recognize what is the thing which you are putting in the body, and it will fulfill its functions. It is definite. While you are aware or unaware, whatever you do, it will do in a definite way. Body will function in a definite way. But the response of the self is not just recognizing and fulfilling. It is also knowing or assuming. If you are assuming that this is right and this is wrong, you might guide your body properly, or might not guide the body properly. Once you know the knowledge, once you have the right knowledge, you will be able to guide your body properly. So our self has the capacity to choose the response. For example, if the self has assumed that fried food is good because it is tasty, self will choose to eat fried food regularly. But the body's response will not change. Whether you know it or don't know it, the body's response is fixed, and fried food will definitely harm the body. And on the other hand, if a self has the right understanding and understands the type of food that is healthy for the body, and if it will choose the food that will nurture the body, when the self has that kind of understanding, then it will definitely choose the right food, right activity, which is very very good for the body. When the self has any imagination, desire, thoughts, or expectations which are not naturally acceptable, when the mind is full of desires or thoughts or expectations which are not acceptable to me myself, so it automatically leads to disharmony in myself, in my mind, and the disharmony in the self leads to disharmony in the body, and finally it causes ill health and disease. So the self should observe the body continuously for signals body is sending, and by on the basis of the signals it is getting and basis of the knowledge, self should direct what to do. For example, when you observe your body, what you have to do. See, when you are observing a body, you can see just immediately after getting up from the early morning, you have to observe your body. That's what you are emphasizing. What we will observe, whether the food taken in the previous night is fully digested or not, whether the sleep was proper with good rest, and whether you're feeling relaxed or not. We need to observe for lightness or heaviness in the body. You can also see your breath pattern is normal or not. I will also tell about how to observe the breath pattern, how to correct the breath pattern in this session itself. So think about yourself, your mind. You can ask yourself, how is the status of my body? How are my body parts functioning? How better I can do on this day? What is the most important thing I have to do today? What new habit I can inculcate today to make myself better? And you can also observe your body for proper digestion, whether your food you ate, it got digested or not. After eating, you should feel light and energized. If you're feeling heavy, bloated, weak, tired, then the food is not getting properly digested. And you should have good appetite. At proper time, you should feel hungry. Like in the morning 7:30, afternoon 1 o'clock, night 7 o'clock, it's the right time to eat food. Or if you are planning to eat only two meals, morning 10:30 or 11 and evening 6:30 or 7, if you are having, if you fix the routine like that, at that particular point of time you should feel wonderful hunger, then your appetite is good, and you are easily sleeping within 10 seconds of just you lie down and you go to sleep. So your body is healthy. And when someone wakes you up or alarm rings, you just jump out of your bed feeling awake each morning. So if you can observe all these things, and if you can observe that the normal functioning of all the five sense organs is intact. Normally our sense organs should know function properly all through their life. Maybe over a period of time, after 60 years, 70 years, they should minimally deteriorate, but not like you see spectacles for children even at age of 5 6 also, and so many other hearing aids for people with 30 years of age, 40 years of age, they are using hearing aids. So many sense organs are not functioning properly. So you need to observe that the sense organs are not functioning properly or not, whether the elimination of toxins from the body is happening properly or not, early morning whether bowel movement is happening regularly or not. Even before you eat something, your stomach should get emptied. And most important thing is elimination of sweat, proper elimination of toxins through sweat. If you are not sweating properly, you are not detoxifying each and every organ of your body. So this proper elimination of sweat, proper elimination of toxins through sweat should happen. Proper urination, proper menstruation for women, everything should happen. We need to observe each and every point. We need to see whether these are the health indicators, whether all these things are happening inside our body or not. We need to observe all these things. We need to observe our natural strength is maintained or not, whether our defense mechanism is strong enough to negate all the infections or not. Some people easily catch infections, some people will withstand and they will not be easily affected with any kind of infections. So what is our current situation? If we are easily catching infections, then we need to correct our immune system, strengthen our immune system, and we need to observe our skin, whether the natural color of the skin is maintained or not, whether it is dry, whether it is cold, whether it is hot, whether it is very smooth, oily. We can just see any changes happening, and any changes happening abnormally, we need to regularly observe. We need to have this ability to withstand physical activity. So whenever we do some kind of physical activity, anything, and body is getting tired, or joints are aching, or muscles are getting contracted, and they are not allowing us to do anything. So you need to take serious note of it, and we need to work on our entire skeletal system, and also to energize ourselves we need to work on it. And whether we are able to withstand hot and cold temperature, whenever you change places, whenever you go from a AC to a hot sun, or suddenly the season changes, if your body is not able to withstand, and body is starting showing any symptoms of disease, then we need to reflect upon it. We need to understand that something is happening which is not at all good in our body. And we need to observe whether we are thirsty or not. Sometimes we drink too little water, and body sends signals, so many signals, like our mouth becomes dry, of course we become thirsty. And regularly, if you are drinking less water, the color of your urine will become very dark, and regularly we will feel dizzy, we'll get headaches, we'll feel tired or lethargic. All these are symptoms of in consumption of less water. And sometimes we consume more water thinking it is very, very healthy. So if you are consuming more and more water, then you might feel nauseated, you might get vomitings, or we might get excess motions and all those things. We need to observe all these things. Once you observe each and every part of your body, and once you start communicating, once you master the art of communicating with your body, the self will be able to rightly guide the body so that we will always stay healthy. In the same way, we need to observe ourselves also. You should observe ourselves. We should observe yourself through yourself only. Body also will be absorbed by the self. Self also will be absorbed by the self itself. We need to see whether there is enthusiasm or lethargy. How we are reacting to stress. Whether we are finding getting anger or tension or irritation or depression, or we are stable, calm, even under a lot of stress. How we are facing various challenges, how our self is able to withstand obstacles in life, whether the self is having a feeling of prosperity in the mind or feeling deprived. Prosperity is feeling when you know that you are having more than what you need, or you will be able to earn more than what you need. That feeling is called prosperity. Do you have that feeling of prosperity, or whether you are feeling deprived always? If you are feeling deprived, you will not be able to live happily. You will try to your relationships with other people will not be good. Sometimes you will try to exploit others, try to exploit the mother nature, and it will always lead to imbalance in ourselves, imbalance in our body, and ultimately leads to disease. So whether there is a feeling of trust, whether there is a feeling of fear in our mind, whether you are feeling related to everyone, or we are feeling sometimes superior to some people, sometimes inferior to some people, sometimes equal. All these things we need to observe. Whether there is peace and contentment of mind, good and cordial relationships with family, friends, colleagues, and relatives. All these things we need to observe. That we can easily see. And one thing we need to remember always, in Megha Sandesa, a wonderful Sanskrit kavya, the writer Kalidasa says, Nichair gachyat yuparichatasa chakra nemikramena. Our energy levels, our mental strength, it tends to increase sometimes and decreases sometimes, and it will stay in the middle sometimes. Always our mind sometimes is on high, sometimes it becomes very low, and it happens like a wheel. If there is a chakra nemi, a small lever on the wheel fixed on one place, and when the wheel is moving, sometimes it is on the top, sometimes it is on the middle, sometimes it is on the bottom. In the same way, our mind also, it tends to be strong sometimes, weak sometimes, average sometimes. But what is the difference? And this happens to each and every one of us. So what is the difference between a successful person and a mediocre person, or a person who is a failure? When you look at a person who is a failure, when his mind is strong, he thinks that he will always stay strong, and he will not take any precautions to stay strong there. So after a few moments, he will fall back, and he will become weak. And when he is weak, he thinks that he will stay forever in this weak state, and he will never take any effort. He will never put any effort to go back to the strong state. That's the reason why maximum time he will spend in a weak state of mind. But a successful person, when he is strong in his mind, he knows that sometime later he will become weak. His energy levels will come down, and he will take every precaution not to fall down, and he stays more time, maximum time in the strong state. Whenever he becomes weak, he again knows that this is not permanent. He will again go back to his normal strong position. So he will make every effort to go back to the strong position. So whenever we are weak, we need to know that no, this is not a permanent state. This too shall pass, and again I will become strong. So whenever we are strong, we know that we should always be aware that sometimes again we will become weak. So we need to take every precaution to always stay motivated, stay energetic, to always keep that inspiration level at top notch inspiration level. We need to maintain. Further, we can take help of all these health tasks, pranayam, meditation, all these things. We can do this. So in the same way, we regularly this cleansing five sense organs. You all know already. You are practicing this. Please type any doubts you have in the chat window, or I will complete this thing within 5 minutes, and then you can ask your questions regarding anything regarding this cleansing these five sense organs. In the same way, physical activity, if you have any questions regarding performing physical labor, is the difference between labor and exercise is labor is something where we do produce something. We produce something, like we do something, and we are helping our family or helping ourselves. Like you go somewhere and bring vegetables, you do gardening, you are cleaning, or you're doing something, and in that act you are also getting exercise to your muscles. That is physical labor. And exercise is something where you are not producing anything, but you identify key areas where which are weak, like you have some neck pain or back pain or some joint which is weak. You give special emphasis on that particular joint, and you take experts help and do some exercises. That is exercise. And of course, you can always play with your kids and family members, expose your body to sunlight, and do all these things, physical labor or exercise or surya namaskar or yogasanas. These yogasanas are on a next level. These exercise will give strength to the muscles, increases blood circulation, and improve the flexibility of the body. But yogasanas will act on a higher level, where each and every organ has a specific set of asanas which will stimulate the function of these organs. So at an organ level, organ system level, these yogasanas will help. In the same way, pranayam will act on a cellular level, and also on the mind. It will have a profound effect, the pranayam. So each and every cell regeneration will be possible just by practicing regularly pranayam. And then when you practice meditation, it will have even effect on the DNA level. At the DNA level, it can change the DNA, it can change the cellular regeneration pattern, and it can impart complete health, perfect health, just by practicing all these things. So to strengthen yourself, you need to practice pranayam, meditation, silence or shunyasati, which I have explained in Your Health in Your Hands workshop. Those who have not seen it, you please look at it. That is in the last day session, 7th day session. I have explained about pranayam, meditation, silence, non-judgment, being aware of ourselves. This is very, very important. Always try to stay. Today, Mrs. Saraswati has emphasized on importance of being aware of ourselves, being conscious, being always be observant of what's happening inside our body. That's very, very important. Whatever spiritual practices you do, it's very, very good. Some people have posted their regular Nityagni Hotra video Havan, which is wonderfully helpful in improving our health and purifying our atmosphere. We did 5 Dhanvantari Homams in the village where the gas leak happened, sterile gas leak happened, and people died there. We did 5 Dhanvantari Homams using some herbs. So we gave these cow dung cakes to all the villagers and asked them to perform Havan for at least next 1 year, so that the whole atmosphere will get purified in their homes. And some people who are already practicing it is very good. If you really want to know how to do it, you can ask your personal health coach. They will guide you how to do it. And if you want to chant mantras also, they will tell you. We have the audio recordings, we can tell you. It's a very simple task. It will not take not more than 5 minutes is maximum you need to do. You need 1 cow dung cake, big one, and some 10 rice seeds, and 1 spoon of ghee. That's all you need to perform this havan, but it will have a profound effect on your environment, internal environment inside your house, and also internal environment inside your body. You can practice it. You can practice several spiritual practices or prayers or whatever you do regularly. That is very, very good. You can have it. And of course, you have to practice these affirmations and visualizations. I have in detail described about it in the morning notes which I give. So if you have any doubts about regarding these affirmations, you can ask me. And as I told you already, readers are leaders. We have to read, we have to guide ourselves, we have to keep our personal goals. And already so many of you have given your goals to your health coaches. I hope you are working on achieving these personal goals. And then we need to observe our breath regularly. This observing our breath is very important, whether you are breathing to your nose, whether you are breathing to your diaphragm, whether you are breathing in a relaxed way or you are breathing very tense, whether your breath is rhythmical or it is out of rhythm, whether the breath is silent or some sounds are happening while you are breathing. All these things you need to observe. And for this, you need to have a simple things like you can create recurring breath check triggers. We can choose 5 naturally occurring triggers. Sorry. So we can choose 5 naturally occurring breath triggers. Like for example, you can paste check your breath pattern stickers on some places which will stimulate our mind to, which will remind us that we have to check our breath. So we can formulate them. If this happens, then I will check my breath, and spread them throughout the day. For example, if my alarm clock goes off, then I will check my breathing. If I put my clothes in my washing machine, I will check my breathing. If I switch on my stove, I will check my breathing. If I sit down at my desk, I will check my breathing. If I turn on my bike engine or car engine, I will check my breathing. Or if I turn off, I will check my breathing. If I turn off my bedroom light, again I will check my breathing. Like that, you can spread it all over the day. So I have included this observing the breath pattern in the health tasks. We need to observe and see whether the breath is shallow or rhythmic or deep or through the nose or through the abdomen. You need to observe and make it deep and rhythmic whenever you are observing it. So you need to observe, analyze your breath habits. To change something, we first need to become aware of what needs to be changed. So paying attention on how we breathe in these different situations is very, very important. What is our breath like at different times throughout our day? How does it change as our mental status changes? How do we breathe when we are focused, when we are angry, when we are stressed, when we are driving, when we are watching TV, and so on? So trying to figure out when our breathing patterns are suboptimal, that is very important, and why it is happening. Once you figure it out, you can easily adjust your breath pattern. So we should breathe through the nose. It's very important. And we should close the mouth, and through the nose only we need to inhale. And we can extend our exhale. You can double the amount you exhale while you are letting the air out. You can, if you are inhaling for 2 to 3 seconds, exhale for 3 to 4 seconds, and make sure you give a small pause between inhale and exhale. So regularly throughout the day also you can do simple pranayam. So we should make sure our body posture is upright whenever we are doing this deep breathing. We should become aware of any tensions going on that particular moment, and we should let them go, and we should try to correct the breath pattern whenever we catch ourselves that our breath is not right. And whenever we are climbing stairs, we can just climb 2 stairs while breathing in, 2 stairs while breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. You can climb 10-story building also, you will not have any problem. In the same way, we need to also focus on nourishing of our body. So though the task in our health tracker is not very detailed, but we need to give a lot of thought and discuss with your health coach regarding what food is right, what food is not right. And of course, we have written that we need to observe our mind and body before food, whether we are really feeling hunger or not, whether our mind is irritated or relaxed. And we need to plan the right food. That is very, very important. There are certain things like hot food is very good for consumption. Food which is hot in temperature tastes very good, and it stimulates proper production of enzymes and helps in better digestion. Whereas foods which are cold or chilled, they reduce the digestive strength and reduce the production of enzymes. So it is always advisable to eat freshly cooked hot food. But just because hot food is good, you should not try to eat reheated food. It is not at all advisable. And food which is oily, unctuous, it is all good for consumption. Oily in the sense not the fried one, but food should contain little amount of ghee or oil. Food with judicious amounts of these unctuous substances like oil and ghee, they help in providing proper smoothness to the body, and they reduces the dryness of the body. They further help in lubricating the intestinal tract, and they stimulate proper bowel movement also. And while you're eating, please just be aware of yourself. Medium pace is best for consuming food. Eating too slow reduces the production of enzymes, while eating very fast disturbs the digestive strength and often leads to choking and other complications. And most important thing is consume food only when the previous meal is digested. If you take food before the digestion of the previous meal, the whole digestive product of the previous food, it gets mixed up with the fresh food, and it results in improper digestion. And snacking in between meals when your digestive strength is not good, it also hampers your digestive power. So, and one more important thing, as Dr. Sushila previously told, proper hygiene of food and surrounding environment should be maintained while eating food, while preparing food. Mind should be peaceful while consuming food. Like extreme emotions, like I told earlier, anger, fear, sorrow, irritation, we should avoid all these things. Just do some little meditation before eating food, and don't talk or laugh or watch TV or use mobile while eating food. It will reduce your digestive power, as proper information about the chemical composition of food will not be communicated when mind is preoccupied with other works. So paying complete focus on the food helps in proper production of enzymes and proper digestion and proper absorption of food. Proper focus also helps us perceive the signals body sends to the self regarding when to stop the consumption of food, when to eat more than usual quantity. Regularly body will tell us. And immediately after eating food, don't rush to your workplace, or don't rush to your school. It is detrimental to health. Sitting in Vajrasana for few minutes and walking 100 steps very slowly with a peaceful and relaxed mind after food intake will help proper digestion of food. Inculcating healthy dietary habits by following all the universal health principles which we have included in this, based on which the whole health tracker has been prepared. It will help ourselves, help our family members to stay healthy always. So this is something we need to regularly practice. Of course, you need to also take care of your eyes. Every 20 minutes, just close your eyes with your palms and observe what's happening in your eyes. If still you are able to see some colors, try to visualize pitch black darkness. If you can do that, your eyes will get relaxed and the strain will disappear. Then again you can start working on your computer or whatever you are working on. Observe your posture. If your posture is like you're stooping or you're continuously sitting on one posture, every 45 minutes you get up. If you're continuously sitting, if you're continuously standing, you sit down. And if you're straining too much, you lie down for 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Just you get up, stretch your body for 1 minute and come back to work again. You can install some softwares like Timeout or some other softwares are there in your laptop. You can install and they will automatically blank your screen and remind you that you have to take care of your backbone or your posture, your eyes and all those things. You can take help of technology. If you're using more technology, you have to take the help, and you have to change your posture, and you have to take care of ventilation at your workplace, at your wherever you spend most of the time. You have to take care of it, and you have to plan your work properly. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So what are the most important tasks of my day? What are the most important tasks of this week, this month, my entire life? We have to plan accordingly, and always try to keep the most important tasks at the top of your list, and first thing in your day try to do the important tasks. Then you can go to the next level things. So that is very important for us to do. And we have to strengthen our relationships, and we have to perform these family activities with the family members, creative activities. We need to if you can share these household responsibilities with your spouses. If you are a wife, you can share responsibilities of your husband. If you are a husband, you can share responsibilities with your wife and your parents, your kids. If you are together working towards making your health and relationships very, very strong, then that is what is called swarga or heaven. And when the relationships are weak, even if you have a lot of money in your bank, you will, if your body is weak and your relationships are not strong, then that is what is called naraka or hell. So let us move from this hell to heaven here at our home only. During this lockdown only, we will just change our position from hell to heaven. We will strengthen our bond between our family members. We can discuss whole day activities. We can plan together. We can have some nice moments together, and so you can just use your creativity, or you can take help of your health coach. They will help you. And most important thing is proper rest. Some people are over enthusiastically practicing so many things and feeling weakness. So proper rest is also important. We all know that we have to switch our lights before 9:30 p.m. That will start helping, secreting the melatonin, which will induce sleep. And practicing meditation before sleep also helps to induce the sleep faster and helps us experience deep sleep, and gives maximum benefit out of the time we sleep. The switching of lights before 10 p.m. or before 9:30 p.m. promotes the secretion of melatonin, as I told all you already. And keeping the gadgets away 1 hour before the sleep is the best way to sleep early. You can read a book or practice meditation during that time. And it is also important not to keep the gadgets, particularly the ones which will emit electromagnetic signals. You should not keep them on our bed or near our bed, and if possible, keep them out of your room. And you can massage to both feet with warm sesame oil or coconut oil. Ha. So I will take 1 more minute to complete it. So that we can do, and we can immerse both feet in a tub filled with hot water. If you're not getting sleep, you can have a nice head massage. And we have to ensure proper ventilation in our room. That is very important. Even if you have AC, open your windows. It's very, very important. And even if all these methods are not helping you in getting a proper sleep, then you have to consult your health coach. They will help you in various other ways. So here I will conclude my talk, and I would like to have questions from you people. So questions are very important for this session, because I have taken most of the time. So I will look at the chat window if we have any questions till now. Good morning. Both Ken and Ayesha ji are here. Wonderful. Do we have any questions? Using lukewarm oil for nose and ear is mandatory, and also bath should be with lukewarm water. Whenever you put oil in your nose or ear or in your mouth, it should be lukewarm. You can heat it a bit more than lukewarm, and once it becomes lukewarm, you can put it in your nose or in your ears or wherever you're planning to do. Even on for body massage also, it is very, very important. And having a lukewarm water bath is very good, because it will increase the blood circulation, it will relax the muscles. If you have any body pains, it will reduce them. But of course, people who want to study, who want more alertness in their mind, they can take cold water bath if they don't have any body pains at all. So both are good. If we are in shifts, can we do exercises and Surya Namaskars in the evening? Yes, of course you can do Surya Namaskars in the evening. And if it is not possible to do Surya Namaskar before Surya, before sun, even then you can do Surya Namaskar in your room also. Of course, exposing your body to sunlight is very, very important, but still you can do it inside your room. But doing it on empty stomach is the most important thing. What is the difference between meditation versus self-awareness exercise? So meditation, you are focusing on one particular thing, and you are trying to negate all the thoughts, and you are trying to focus on one particular thing, whether it is a god or your favorite god, or your breath pattern, or chanting a mantra, and you are trying to eliminate all the thoughts. But when you are practicing self-awareness, you will try to observe your desires, thoughts, expectations, all these things. You let them come and you will analyze them. You will see what's happening, what kind of thoughts I am getting, what kind of desires I'm getting, and are these things guided by right understanding and right knowledge, or they are just being guided by this wrong preconditioning I'm getting from various parts of the world, from mobile phone, from TV, from ads, and all those things. Am I getting these desires from those things, or I'm getting all these desires from my right understanding? That is the thing which we need to observe continuously, and we need to see if we can correct these desires, thoughts, and expectations in such a way that we will be able to perform our functions in such a way that both our self and body get strengthened. So this awareness is continuous process which we need to practice. Having millets for dinner is causing constipation. Is it the timing? Having it early is better? Yes. Millets are much heavier than regular rice and wheat. Okay, they have lots and lots of fiber, and fiber actually will not cause constipation, but if it is not getting properly digested, it might cause constipation. So boiling it well, and churning it well in the mouth, and eating properly, eating hot, it is good. And it is always good to have it in the afternoon because it is heavy. Can we have hot water bath, excess heat which we can tolerate? Yes. Yeah. Like we know, we say it is sukhoshna. You should feel that sukha, that enjoyment, that nice feeling of the when I put my hot water on my body. I can feel the blood circulation, nicely blood flowing through my vessels, and I can see that all my muscles are slowly, nicely, gently responding. That sukha, you should feel that. If it is too hot, then you will not be able to enjoy that hot water bath. So observing breath pattern is helping me to remain in present. Thank you, sir and madam. Wonderful, Dr. Manju Chilani ji. Of course, observing breath pattern, being awareness is very, very important. Lavanya ji says, whenever I observe breathing, I feel it's not proper and feeling bloated in stomach. After I eat food or drink water, I feel some kind of ayasam. I'm having ear pain after putting oil also. So body is trying to tell you that something is disturbed. So we need to, it is the way body always conveys. If you are feeling bloated, if you are feeling is ayasam or breathlessness, then body is trying to convey something. You need to discuss in detail with your doctor, and I will also tell your doctor which group are you in, Lavanya Lakshmi Garu? Whose group are you in, Madam Lavanya Lakshmi?
Mind group.
Sushila Murthy. So Sushila, you have a talk with her and see if you can help her. And
Yes,
also,
sure.
you are having ear pain after putting oil. Keep only warm oil in your ears, madam, and ensure that there is no moisture. Even the vessel in which you take the oil, it should not have any water. Or if it is having a little amount of moisture, heat the vessel first. Small vessel, whatever you take, heat it, and then put some oil in it, and then use it. So, of course, Dr. Sushila will tell you in detail. And if anyone wants to switch on their mic and ask questions, you can easily switch on your mic. You can just type in the chat box that I want to speak, and then you can switch on your mic. I will call your name. And can we do exercises, Surya Namaskaras after sunset? Yeah, after sunset also, maybe till 6:30 like that you can do, but not at the 7:30, 8 o'clock when you have to take food. Don't do exercises. That is not the right way. Ken says we are finding benefit using nasal drops in breathing better. However, the air drops is causing one of my ear to feel blocked. Can you suggest anything for that? The best way to use ear drops is heat it and put it in the ear, and then after some time, excess oil, whatever is there, clean it with a cotton earbud. That should help you. And if it is still not helping, then we will find some other way. I will ask Dr. Kavita to give you more inputs on this. Foot massage is really working wonders, says Sai Kumar ji. Doctor, I usually sleep fast, and this foot massage at bedtime makes it maybe very fast. Wonderful, sir. I'm so happy it is working wonders to you. I know in the previous Swastharaksha programs 1 and 2 batches also, they said they have given wonderful feedback just because of the foot massage. They felt so happy, and even I felt so happy with them. Okay, so anyone wants to switch on their mic and ask questions? Sundar sir, what is a good time to stand in the sunlight? So early morning, when the sun rises, that is the best time actually, and evening time is also good. When the sun is very hot, when strong UV rays will be there, then it is not so good. Of course, it is not very harmful if you are staying for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If you are staying for hours together, then you need to be a bit careful. But early morning, even I spend around 2 hours in the morning sun. So, and that is always helping me. So Saraswati also felt some pain in the ear after having ear drops. So we will give you specific instructions again, all of you people, regarding these ear drops. We need to be very, very careful, because if a moisture goes inside ears, then some problems will arise. Of course, we can solve them. It's not very difficult. And Anything else? So I would like Dr. Sushila to speak a few words addressing all the people because she is regularly sending exercises every day. So if you have any specific instructions regarding exercises or anything else, you can address all of them and also address your people specially.
Hello, good evening, everyone, and good morning to some people. Yeah, I'm posting some exercises. Hope they're helping you all. If you have any specific
You can
doubts
switch
or
on
if you
your
want any
camera if
specific
possible, Sushila. Video.
camera, it's dark over here. I'm right now in
Yeah, you are visible.
farm. Okay, I'm visible. Fine. So if you have any specific requirement, like I want this particular exercise, today I'm posting about frozen shoulder and also shoulder strengthening exercises. So like that, if you want any particular, and of course, most of my participants, my group participants want some tummy toning and weight reduction exercises that I'm going to post tomorrow or the after. So hope everyone is doing good and doing all the tasks and enjoying your new lifestyle. Um, just a minute. Okay. So, after talking to some people about the tasks initially, like they're feeling a little difficulty. You know, like there are too many, like 66 tasks are there. Some people are scared of so many things to include in a routine. But as you can see, most of these things are already done by you. You just have to see that they are done in the right way with the right understanding. And the rest of the tasks which are new for people who are still not able to follow the entire thing, I suggest just start with something, any task, and it will be like a chain effect, like sleeping early or getting up early. It's a simple task, but of course difficult for some people. But if you do one task properly, meticulously, religiously, then that will be like a chain effect, and you will surely get enough motivation to finish all the tasks and see the satisfaction and also the wonderful changes in your health of both the body and mind. Every time we say health of body and mind, because both of them go hand in hand and both are equally important for our harmony. So that's it from me for now. So just enjoy this new lifestyle and do keep sharing your experiences and be happy, stay healthy. Any of you in particular, if you have doubts regarding exercise or anything with me concerning me, then you can just ask, switch on your mic and ask, or you can type messages. Or otherwise, that's it from me.
Thank you.
Keep smiling, stay healthy, stay happy.
Thank you, Dr. Sushila. And
Yeah.
yeah, like she told, Mrs. Manju Chalani is asking for exercises for tightening the abdomen after the abdominal surgery or cesarean. Sushila will definitely post those exercises for women. And Sai Kumar ji is spending more than an hour in the sun doing all the Surya Namaskaras and other activities. Of course, you can spend. That is a very good thing to do. And Ayesha ji says, we live in Maine and I'm allergic to black flies, mosquito bites. What is a natural insect repellent? I will ask Dr. Kavita to suggest some things. And Saraswati wants Dr. Kavita Sundar to speak. I would request Kavita to switch on her mic and speak something to inspire your people. She is here by my side. Yes, switch it on. Switch on your mic.
Hello?
Yeah.
Is everyone there? Okay.
Hello everyone there. Good
Yes,
evening.
Vadina, we can hear you.
Yeah, good evening everyone. I hope you are able to follow this habit tracker. Actually, it's a difficult one, which you're really doing it well, because it's difficult for me too also. So, and it's a challenging thing. Yeah. And what should I say? I'm happy that I'm getting to know so many people in this journey, and each one is so unique and so nice, and getting to know people from all over the world as well. So just I'm enjoying this journey. Thank you all. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Kavita. So I would also request Dr. Tulsi Das to speak something, addressing your people and also addressing everyone else. I can see you have your all men group. Dr. Tulsi Das.
Hello, good evening,
Hi.
everyone. So, hi, sir. So, in my group, I have all are Telugu people only, but it's okay. So, our guys are very much rocking and doing everything very well. And our youngest member, Ramakrishna Gari, is doing very well. He is such a great inspiration to everyone. And the rest of the members are also saying that Sir Ramakrishna Gari is very much inspiring to everyone. And we are also doing that Surya Namaskaras and tasks like that. So I'm happy with that. My every participants so contribution in this group. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone. Stay healthy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tulsidas. Yes, as Dr. Tulsidas told, a youngest member, he said in a nice way, though he is the eldest person in the group, he is inspiring us. He is doing wonderful asanas. I'm just, he's blowing our minds. So wonderfully he's doing, and we can set our goals according to, by getting inspiration from Sri Ramakrishna Garu. The post he's sending every day, it's really, really inspiring. And also we have Dr. Rajani. Rajani, switch on your mic and just say a few words to inspire the participants. Dr. Rajani is there. Rajani? So yeah, before Dr. Rajani switches on her mic, I would like to tell you that we have around exactly 40 participants in this group, in this Swasthya Raksha program. And the previous Swasthya Raksha program, we were having 25 participants. So why I am telling you this is, by the time we have reached the 4th day or 5th day, our WhatsApp groups were flooded with regular health tasks. Sometimes our memory was getting full just by getting their videos, audios, questions, and regular health tasks, regular pictures of health tasks. And we are almost double the number of the previous participants, but we are not getting so many health trackers. I don't know what is the problem. If you have any problem, please do tell them, and we would like to try give you the solutions. ఇంకా 10 minutes 10 minutes. So please tell us if you have any difficulty, any problem in following these health tasks and health trackers. I want you to start sending your task like a stream of inspiration, continuously flood our WhatsApp with your tasks, your trackers, and that will give more enthusiasm and interest to share so many new things with you. Please do that. That will help us in so many ways, and that will also help you in so many ways. Once you start recording everything you are doing, you will be able to analyze your progress. You will be able to see where there is weakness, where there is a problem, what time you are missing these things, and what time you are able to achieve these things. And one more important thing is, write a journal. Write your experiences, your feelings. Next year when you look back, you will see that, I have started this particular thing last year, and then I have faced all these difficulties in hot summer. I have started, still I overcome all the obstacles, and now I am in a wonderful position. You will be able to inspire yourself whenever you read your journal. So write the journal regularly. Every day after having food, you just sit and write the journal. You need not share the journal, but you share your trackers regularly. Right now, immediately after this thing, you eat food, have food, and share your journal with your tracker with us. And is Rajani available? Dr. Rajani, are you there? Mrs. Saraswati, she is my cousin. She is a participant in Sushila's group. She wants to speak. Switch on your mic, Saraswati. You can also switch on your video.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I just want to know that as per the health tracker, you mentioned to do exercise, yogasana, and then sorry, exercise, Surya Namaskara, yogasana, pranamaya, and then dhyana. Is this the order we need to follow? I just want to know the reason behind that, behind the
Yeah,
order of following.
yes. Exercise is more like warm up. It will free all the muscles and joints and all, and it will give more strength. And once your body is free, you will be able to do Surya Namaskaras in a easier way. Of course, even if you don't do exercise also, you can do little warm up and start Surya Namaskara. And once you do Surya Namaskara, body becomes more flexible, and you will be able to easily stay in one.
Annaya,
Uh,
I
yes.
can suggest some warm up exercise and cool down exercise before and after Surya Namaskaras.
Wonderful, wonderful. If you can make a video and send it, we will
Yeah,
all
sure.
follow. Yes.
Okay.
After Surya Namaskara, body is very flexible. I have observed that whenever I do Shirshasana, if I do it after Surya Namaskara, I will be able to stay for a longer duration in the Shirshasana. And if I do it without practicing Surya Namaskara, I will not be able to stay for a longer duration in Shirshasana. The same way, other asanas also, if you want to stay more time in the particular position, then doing Surya Namaskaras and after that doing asanas is a good thing. And once the whole thing is over, then your body is energized. If you want to do pranayam immediately after exercise and after yogasanas and this thing, you can do. Otherwise, you can take bath and sit before the god, and also you can do pranayam and meditation. That is your this thing. Exercise shown in the video is not clearly visible, says Ritu Bansalji. Today's video or yesterday's video, madam? Which one? And our friend Srinivas says, now we have officially completed this elbow video. Oh, today's video, Ritu Bansalji is saying that the video is not very clearly visible. So we will see if we can make it more visible from tomorrow onwards, and we will see if
She can actually message me or something like that. I can show her on video or something like that.
yeah, or if possible, you can put the video in if you can put it on the desktop, laptop, maybe it will be more visible on a bigger screen. You can try it.
Actually, I have done it in early in the morning, so light was little dim. That's why I have showed only the exercise part also closely.
Yes, yes. Rituji says it should be from nearer. It's very far away. That's what even yesterday I told you. Even yesterday's video also was far away. I have not seen.
It was yesterday's only, elbows.
Yesterday's video. Right.
Today I
Cool.
didn't post yet.
Okay, great. So we will try to do some change. Do you have the Telugu video of elbow in this thing? Do you have
No.
that? No.
No.
We will think about it, Rituji. We will think about it, and I will ask Dr. Kavita to suggest you regarding this. And I would like you people to say a few words. If anyone wants to leave the session, it is okay, because now the time is 7. And if you have time, and if you can just say what you're feeling, you can just take 10 seconds or 20 seconds or whatever time, less than 30 seconds, maximum 1 minute. You can just speak. If you want to speak, so you can just switch on your mic, or I can ask you to speak. Ayesha ji, just can you just say how you feel in this particular thing? I know you had some difficulties. Kavita told me. You can just you or Kenneth, someone of you can just say how you feel about this whole Swastharaksha program.
I think we're both enjoying it quite a bit. It's been a good change of pace from working a lot before, but it's going well. Most of the things have been, very positive changes.
And we did find a little difficulty in between to balance because we had some family visiting. And so we fell off the tracker a little bit, but we tried to continue as much as possible. And now we are picking up pace again. And yeah, we're really glad for this opportunity.
Yeah, very much. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. And then we have Ayala Somayajula Venkata Chenulu, I think. Sir, can you share something within 30 seconds? Then we have Ajay Kumar ji. I'm just going in alphabetical order, no particular preference. Dr. Manju madam. Any one of you wants to speak, you can just switch on your mic and speak. Pushpalata ji, you have anything to share or question? And we have younger members like Jeta Sri Peta. Would you like to say something? Jyotsna ji, Jyotsna Sri Lakshmi, Lavanya Lakshmi ji, Mukesh Bansal sir. We are following your videos. Lavanya Lakshmi ji says, I'm
Yeah,
happy that I'm in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yeah. So I'm enjoying it. So we
Yes.
are following most of the things, and I'm really enjoying it. Thank you. Thank you very much for your guidance. Thank you.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. And Lavan Lakshmi ji says, I'm happy that I'm in this group. Dr. Sushila madam regularly talks to me and listens patiently to all health issues and guides me in every aspect. Srividya ji says, in these 5 days of journey, now I am able to sleep well. Wonderful. And Sai Kumar ji, I'm signing off. Thank you. Good night. Wonderful. Anyone else would like to share either in the chat window or you can. And Venkatesh ji, you are not in this country and you are out of this country. Is there any difficulty you are facing? Is there any problem?
Hello, good evening, all.
Good evening.
I'm very happy about this, sir. Actually, earlier I have a habit of I used to wake up at 6:30 or 7 o'clock while I'm going for office. But from last few days, I'm happy to say that, including me, my whole family, they used to get up, wake up with me, and we used to go downstairs and for 15 minutes of sunlight. So they are also habituated for my habits. And really, I feel very happy about this session. And thanks to Kumar Srinivas brother to suggest me this wonderful session.
Thank you so much. That's been a wonderful feedback. I'm so happy you are doing all these things with your family. That's great.
Yeah, especially actually, I have a weakness that discontinuity.
Yes.
But my wife, she participated in this one, and she's saying that we have to continue for a long period.
Yes. Yes.
And
So-
she's also doing Surya Namaskaras, everything with me, and pranayama. So she's also feeling very well and very good, and especially this foot massage and head massage, observing the breath. These are new to including me also. These are new, but when we are practicing, we feel very happy.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so happy it's helping you in many ways. That's great, actually. And we have Naresh ji, Naresh Padmaraju, Nitish Kumar, Ritu Bansal ji, Satya Lakshmi ji, Srikant Karnati, Srividya ji. So anyone wants to share anything or give any comments or ask any questions, this is the time. We will be here for 5 more minutes.
Hello, Baba. I just want to speak
Yeah.
few words.
Yes, sir. That's okay. Yes.
I request all the participants to just you just share the views of the session, because if we share with the group members and only our doctor's team, they'll feel enthusiastic to create more groups like this and all. If we don't share, they'll not find any interest in doing so. As Dr. Sundaras told you previously, the previous group of Swasthya Raksha program 2, they're having only 25 participants, but the group was flooded with videos and all. But we are having a group of 40 members and nobody is posting. See, I was very inexpressive previously. I never share any status, neither in WhatsApp or Facebook. But this time I found the group, it is very, if we post anything, it will be useful. I felt like that, so I am daily posting my feelings and all. So others also please try to post, so that these doctors, they can create one more session, one more program, and they can continue like this, so that the whole world will be healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Saraswati. Actually, you are an
Thank you
inspiration
so
to all
much.
of us. So we are so happy. And Naresh Padmanajuji, please switch on your mic and speak, sir. You can share your feelings.
Yeah, namaskaram to all.
Namaste, sir.
Even before this talks and all, I used to wake up early in the mornings, but at those times I used to feel very drowsy. But it's very hard to wake up. But by after doing all these talks and all, it's very easy for me to wake up and then to continue my works and all. That's the one change I observed after these 4 days, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
I'm sure you will see more changes, positive changes before we complete this thing. This 14 days training will be a foundation for your lifelong health journey. And we all will travel together even after completing this 14 days also.
Sure,
My only request to all of you is regularly post your trackers, and we as a team should encourage each other, and we should take guidance from others, we should take inspiration from others, we should inspire others, we should motivate others, we should have a sense of positive competition also in between us. And once we do this, once we complete these 14 days, you will see that you will never ever go back to bad habits or wrong habits. You will enjoy continuing this journey, and I can assure you, Jeta Sri Peta is telling, I'm getting active day by day. Wonderful. And I know that you are from Peta family, and all your people are active. I'm so happy to have you people. You are inspiring others.
They're all from my group only.
Oh.
All the Peta family.
Yes. All the Peta family people are from Dr. Sushila's group. They request specially for Dr. Sushila. They are very active physically. And Ritu Bansalji is saying, I must appreciate Dr. Kavita for speaking Hindi so well. Yeah, Kavita's Hindi is good. My friend Srinivas want to share. Yeah, please, Srinivas.
Yeah, actually, what Saraswati ji said is correct, because generally we have a sensation, or we feel that if you force something and others may feel in different manner. But this group is for self-motivation and inspiration. One should inspire other, and others should get inspiration from the other group member. And sometimes it is casually, we do skip talks even though we have time. So that tracker is to get the follow-up. So if you post it, if you do not do some specific things, and the particular doctor or the person from Arogyadatri will call you and make sure that you complete it day by day at least. So yeah, little progress in a day. Otherwise, we become very lazy, and the task which we could not able to do it, we could not, we may not do for the upcoming days also. So the tracker is not only for self-evaluation, but also to give a picture to a doctor that what he is doing and what he is not doing, so that they can motivate you in such a way that at least you do few tasks which you left yesterday. So if you don't do that, then doctor don't know. They are in assumption that you done everything, otherwise you did not do anything, either of the way. So keep posting the tracker at least once in a day or twice in a day based on your convenience, as suggested by your coach. It is very mandatory and important. So we should, and that's what I want to share.
Thank you, Srinivas. That is true. Some people say that, sir, we are doing all the tasks, but we are unable to post it. But once you start writing and start doing, then you will see that unconsciously you have skipped so many tasks. Once you start marking them and start sending them, then only you will see that I have skipped all those things. I have to follow all those things, or I did these things in wrong time or something like that. So, Venkateshuji says, thanks to Dr. Tulsi Das Garu guiding us with patience. Even Naresh Padmanaju sir says, thanks to my Dr. Tulsi Das Garu for clearing all my doubts. Yeah, we are all here to clear your doubts and motivate you. Please help us in helping you. So yeah, posting tracker is also a task. Regularly sending your tracker is also a task. It's a part of this number of tasks which you are doing. Please do follow all these things. and we will again have another similar meeting after 3-4 days, and by the time I want 100% participation of all the groups. I request all the coaches to ensure 100% posting of trackers from your members. This is one thing I want to really emphasize.
Annaya,
Yes.
Dr. Tulsidas Garu wants to say something.
Yes.
Nothing, sir. Thank you, Sai Kumar Garu, Ajay Garu, Venkatesh Garu, and Naresh Garu. You people are doing really well. Thank you so much.
His group is rocking these days.
Yes, the gents, all gents group is rocking. I can see I am a part of that group also. So I wish all the other groups also dominate this all gents group, Dr. Tulsidas group. We have to have a healthy competition between our groups. Yes, even Saraswati Srirangam says Dr. Sushila's group is also rocking. Yes, I know your group is a part of all the young girls are there in your group. I know that. Great. So let us hold each other's hand and reach the destination. And the journey should also be very joyful. That is more important than reaching the destination. So the journey is lifelong journey, as we all know. Thank you so much for sparing us your time, and please get back to your tasks.
And please post the trackers soon, people from my group.
I would like to get my phone flooded with all your trackers right now, immediately after having your food. Please flood my phone.
Sir, I have one more doubt.
Yes.
People, are they mentioning the time in the tracker, or just ticking? Tick marks?
Yes, most of them are writing the time. 7:30, 9:00.
Annaya,
Yes.
Jetasri wants to say something.
Yes. Please, madam. Jetasri.
Yeah, hi. This is Tejasri Peta.
Oh, sorry, but here it is.
Yeah. We both are listening in the same phone. So
great.
Both are sisters.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, before I used to attend. I'm attending online classes from my college. It's like morning 8:30 to evening 5 o'clock, and it used to be very stressful. After doing this eye care and all the routine and the health tasks, I'm able to be calm now. More calm.
Wonderfully.
Great.
Yeah, it's not like more stressful and all. It's nice actually.
Yes, that's a really nice feedback. It's a nice observation. And once we are aware of our own body more and more, you will be able to see when you are getting tired and what we can do to correct it. That is very important. So nice that you have observed it, and thank you for sharing with us.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Sushila and Dr. Sundar sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, madam.
You're welcome, dear.
Okay, nice. So we have completed 15 more minutes after 7 o'clock. Thank you so much. Thank you all. And Kartika, would you like to give any announcement or any suggestion or anything?
I'm fine, sir. I guess the doctors are all doing an amazing job, and our participants are doing an over amazing job, sir. Okay. I'm just an observer. I'm totally amazed, sir. That's all I would say.
Thank you so much. Thank you for motivating us constantly and posting regularly motivational quotes and herb of the week. Thank you, Tulsidas and Kartika, for posting the herb of the week, and thank you, Sushila, for posting your regular exercises videos. Thank you so much. And you can stop the
Thank you, Kartika, for giving us so much of energy, in running this session.
Yes. You can stop recording, Kartika.
Let's stop the recording then.
Yes, please stop the recording. Otherwise, it will not get saved.